Alright, so this video honestly needed to be made because I am tired of seeing posts like this. Now, I don't know who is selling these like pipe dreams about New York City. I don't know if it's like your friends or your family, but one thing I will tell you is that everything is not what it seems, and I'll get into it in this video. Alright, so I'm a native New Yorker born and raised in Brooklyn. Now you may be wondering, why did I use that specific subreddit? I'll get to that later. But the whole point of this video is basically to say, do not come.
Do not come. Do not come.
Do not come. Do not come to New York City.
Do not come.
Why? Why am I saying that? Why is this something that I would put out on a YouTube video, something that appears so negative? Well, because of posts like that. Okay, I feel like a lot of people come to this city and they expect like grandeur, like Hollywood-esque, like movie plot lines, that everything is going to be beautiful. Like, it's not the 90s anymore. It's not the 90s anymore. And I'm sure even then it was hard due to all the crime here, okay? This city will break you, okay? I know lots of people that have come here, as we call them, transplants, and have left. Teachers, or, nurses, many different professions. They just can't handle this city, especially if you're not from here, because they're not accustomed to the lifestyle here, okay? And I'm going to get into the main reason why, especially if you're a young person who is wanting to come to New York City, right? This is what this video is mainly directed towards young people, because I'm 28, and so as I'm as I'm nearing the end of my 20s, I can kind of tell you how basically it is here socially. Okay, so the reason why I chose that Reddit to give you examples of the posts that I'm tired of seeing is because I'm part of the lgbtq community. And I noticed this problem a lot amongst gay men and bi men, queer men in general, that like they're claiming they're lonely. They move to the city and they have no friends. They've been here for months, years, and they still don't have any friends. And like, they don't know what to do about it because there's no like third spaces here. If you don't know what a third space is, it's just basically a place outside of your home and your job, work, that you can just hang out. And it's true, there are no third spaces here apart from clubs and bars where everything is overpriced. Because in New York City, to live a truly good life, you need money, okay? And that's just a true statement and fact, okay? You need to have money to basically live here and have fun. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. You can disagree with me. You can leave your disagreements in the comments. Feel free to do so. But I'm telling you, I'm born and raised here. And the only way you're truly going to have the best life here is if you have money. Money to pay rent. Money to buy expensive food you see on TikTok. Money to buy all the products and clothes you want, go to all the boutiques and everything. If you're broke, you have no job, no family here, good fucking luck, okay? Now, I know this sounds like a little bit blunt or harsh, but I just don't want to feed into those delusions that you may have heard about life here in New York City being this beautiful thing that, you're going to live out your like fantasies and, you're going to be a famous actor or whatever other things you have in mind. That's great to have ambitions, but let me tell you, the likelihood of that happening is low. And that's due to the fact that New York City is not really a city where you can kind of build a nest, so to speak. And that's what the main point of this video is. It's very hard, believe it or not, in a city like this of 8.5 million people, to make friends, to even make a friend, let alone even find a relationship, okay? I've been single for 8 years here, and I've been on the apps, Tinder, you name it, I'm on it. And it's fucking hard. And it's hard because everybody here seems so career driven. And that's not a bad thing. But if you're looking for friendships or relationships, good luck unless you're in the same field. Everybody here is always occupied. A lot of people here have roommates, so they can't host you over or invite you over. Everybody here just always has something to do. And a lot of New York City people, especially in my experience, guys, they have a very on to the next mentality, okay? So you guys might meet at a bar or a club, get each other's number, hit it off, and then never see each other again. Get ghosted, get blocked, I don't know. Because I feel like here it's very surface level, and you know how some people say there's like a New York attitude of like distance and coldness. That can be true. That can be a part of it. But more than anything, I feel like here it's just really hard to break through the barrier of like getting to know somebody unless you truly put the effort in, and then it maybe get reciprocated. And that's just for a friendship, Basically, what I'm trying to say is that in New York City, making friends is a full-time job in and of itself. You have to have a lot of time for it, money for it. If you want to do something, almost everything here is monetized, and I'm sure that applies to a lot of places, not just exclusive to New York City. But this video specifically, I want to relate it because if you are planning to move here, I'm telling you that you're likely going to hate it unless you have a job secured, you have family here, or you have truly loyal friends, okay? But basically, other than that, do not come.
Do not come.
Okay? And I'm not even going to get into the whole gentrification thing or that it's overpopulated here, whatever, because not only are those factors also a thing, but on top of that, you are going to be killing yourself, quite literally, to pay the rent every month, unless you have roommates. And then if you don't like your roommates, well, you're pretty much screwed until your lease is over, and you still have to pay that money until your lease is up. So what I'm trying to basically say is that New York City is not a city, ironically, to meet people and form truly deep connections. You can meet a bunch of people. I can go out right now, it's 1 a.m. and a bar will be open and I can meet somebody. But I won't truly make a connection here. And that's because everybody is so career-oriented, career-obsessed, in their own world, so to speak, trying to make it. And that's also kind of why I made this channel, because in New York City, there's a lot of like hustle culture, get it done culture, work your ass off culture. But a lot of it is really like unhealthy and toxic. And a lot of the times we don't have an option because life here is expensive. So the whole reason why I made this channel is because I want to find like purpose in success. I don't want to be successful just to be successful. I don't want to have success just for the sake of having success. I want it to feel meaningful, to have purpose. And maybe you feel that way too. Because a lot of people here, they just want to succeed, but they don't know why. Why do you want a lot of money? Why do you want to succeed? It's very vapid, it's very vain. And to me, in everything that I do, I want to have a reason for it. I want to contribute. I want to be passionate about it. And basically, tying it back to the title of this video, all I'm trying to say is that if you think New York City is this social paradise where you're going to be a beautiful butterfly and you're going to have the attention of the whole world and like everybody's going to want to get to know you and like it's all a fantasy, it's all a lie. Okay? The weather here is brutal. We have extreme heat and extreme cold. The apartments are small, often filled with rodents. There's a lot of homeless people on the subways. There's a lot of noise pollution almost everywhere. Everything is monetized, so if you want to have fun, you likely have to pay for it. People here are very involved in their own lives. They don't really make space for new friends or even relationships. And it's just pretty fucking brutal, okay? And I'm 28 years old, and I can't find anybody, okay? And I truly empathize for the older people here that are also in this position because it is kind of ageist as well. I don't even want to get into that in this video, but all I'm trying to say is that New York City is not what you think it is, especially in 2025. So just be aware of this. Take it from me. I'm a native New Yorker. I'm born and raised here, okay? I'm not going to lie to you because there are even days where I want to leave and I don't even know where because New York City is all I know pretty much. I've lived in Europe, I've lived in South America, but New York City is my main home. And it's brutal out here. It's soul crushing. I know a lot of people that have left casually, even from casual just encounters, hookups or whatever. I know that people here have just quit. They told me that the city has broken them and that They don't ever want to come back. So they go back to their home state or move back in with their family, wherever they're from. And to me, that's insane because of all the time, money, energy, commitment that was spent in order to make it work here, and it was just not enough. So basically, that's enough to wrap up this whole video. Please don't come here. Don't come here unless you have a steady job, a steady family, or a steady support network, because it will break you. I don't want to sound negative, but I do want to be realistic, so that way you're not in for a surprise when you're actually here. Because so many people post online that they feel lonely here, that they don't know how to meet people, that they only feel like they can meet people through, like, you know, things that they don't want to do. And it's just sad to me, because you would think that in a city of so many people, there would be so much ample opportunities to form meaningful connections, but really there is not. There is not. And I know I'm not the only one like this. There are countless vloggers on YouTube telling stories about how New York City broke them, how, you know, New York City squashed me like a little cockroach. You know, like you can search it for yourself. Take it from me, or go on YouTube and search it yourself. I'm not lying to you. This shit is real. Okay? So anyways, let me know what you think about this video, your thoughts on it. Do you have better luck in New York City than I do? Do you have a group? Can you agree or relate to what I'm saying? Share this video if you think it was thought-provoking, insightful, or, you know, just something good to watch. And subscribe, because I definitely will be posting more on this channel. Thanks.